What's up, Alternativians on YouTube? We are Max and Dave from The Alternative Show, and we have now moved to the internet.
Yeah, we do a radio show every Friday night on a very respectable local radio station, but we have decided that we want to expand our business and move on to YouTube, and so that's what we're doing.
Yeah, in this sort of 10-minute segment of joy and musical
brilliance.
Yes, we are going to bring you songs that we couldn't really squeeze into the shows and discovering what's in the news of music.
Yeah, there are loads and loads of cool songs coming out every week, but the problem is that too many radio shows, chart shows, music TV channels, if they still exist, only cover chart music. But we're going to bring you our favourite hour music over the last week. So stuff that we're into that's a bit alternative and a bit different.
Yeah, but of course we will have a sort of like 1 or 2 minutes of mainstream music mayhem.
Yeah, of course. We couldn't not have mainstream music mayhem.
That's pretty good.
The mainstream. Welcome to anyway. We don't want to spoil too much.
We'll make up a jingle for that later.
So what do you have first for us on the list?
All right. Well, my first song straight away is something that I wanted to put into one of my shows, or one of our shows, my show that I did on my own a little while ago, which was concentrating on my favourite sort of types of music, and this was reposted on the Inspected page recently, which does a lot of stuff with Movember and Koan Sound and Sorrow and so on, Asa, like crazy guys.
Yep.
And this is by Zez. He's a guy from the Netherlands, and it's from his new album Hindsight. It came out 8 days ago, so it's pretty recent. So
we're going to have a little listen to this right now.
It's very quiet to begin with, though, so you might want to skip in.
Whereabouts?
To about 1 minute 20,
About 1
maybe.
minute.
Go 1 minute. Yeah.
1 minute. Okay.
Yeah, that's all right. You might just go a bit further. So, can I talk over it?
Yeah, you can talk over it.
Sick. It uses the sample throughout the whole thing, going nyep nyep. So, you know, you could probably hear it right now when Dave fades it up in the mix. Going, wait, it's coming to a drop. Don't worry, it's coming.
I can play it out here.
It's going. Here you go.
Tom's rocking away in the back.
Yeah, cameraman Tom's having a good time.
So what I really like about this is that sort of, it's almost like a very retro style synth, that like bit at the top, but it is multiple layers that gives it that sort of feel.
Is it granular synthesis?
I wouldn't want to say it is, but I think it is.
It does sound like it.
If anyone's watching who actually knows about granular synthesis, be like, what? No, you're not. But to me, that sounds like granular synthesis.
I think it could be. Granular synthesis is when you get like a sample or a sound and you play it very, very quickly again and again and again. So instead of like going, if you had a sample of someone saying what, it would go like, whoa.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I think it makes really nice use of it if it is as granular synthesis. You can just hear it. It's all the way through. It's with that little like in the background.
It's got really heavy side chaining as well, so you get that sort of feel throughout the whole song. So it makes it a bit dancey, but at the same time it's quite alternative.
Okay, and what about Zez just generally? Because I don't actually really know that much about Zez. Like, I've heard this song because it has come up on my stream, but I haven't really been following Zez all that much. So what sort of other stuff then? Really?
Well, it's one guy from the Netherlands, and he's quite a weird character. He writes on his blurb on SoundCloud as like, oh, Zez brings sort of...
Oh, he did one of those third person
things?
things?
No, exactly. Yeah. But although it's third person and it's a bit weird and a bit sort of creepy and strange, his music I think is really cool, especially this album Hindsight. There's a lot of sort of little plinky guitar bits going on, and you can hear it in this. It's like, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think, isn't he the guy, just, this is completely unrelated to music, but isn't he the guy who has a profile picture of the back of his head?
That is because he's shrouded in mystery and what's the word when you don't know someone? Anonymity. Anonymity?
Yes. Anonymism.
That's it.
Right.
Anonymatism.
Just before we left to come up here today, I checked through my stream just to check if there was any last minute stuff that we could just shove into this little show, and I was quite happy to see a new song by Johnny Lucas. I haven't even heard it yet. I've just got it on here. He did a guest style thing on our Unplugged show on the radio show.
We had a live interview of him, didn't we?
Did a live interview over the phone, and he's just ridiculously talented. I saw him at Kensington Roof Gardens and talked to him there, and got him to talk to us, and this is from his new EP, which is coming out. I think it might be out now. I'm not sure. If you look at the description, all the links will be in there to his music, to everything we play in the show, and yeah. So if you like Johnny Lucas, check out his stuff because he is a really, really talented artist. So we'll just
You got a playlist of Best of Breaking Bad.
I have got a Best of Breaking Bad. Anyway, but moving on from that,
Bob's Party.
This is Johnny Lucas.
You've got to be careful of
Yeah, do I do it?
yeah, quite a big I really like Johnny Lucas. I mean, his songwriting's sort of a bit nutty. His lyrics especially.
Yeah, I know. His last album basically centered around how nice it was to just lay on a lilo and just sort of float around.
And you could actually
the
hear
whole
that
EP
in his song Lilo.
Yeah.
And in our interview with him, we asked him, like, you know, what's this about? What's this album I'm talking about of lilos? And he just said, have you ever lied on a lilo? And then we said, yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. He's like, it's just that feeling of. And he's like, he's northern as well, so it just has this really weird feeling of like a rock star style, like he's like a rock star like kind of guy.
Yeah.
But with this sort of weird, upbeat, chirpy, alternative music, talking about lilos, and he's northern, and he's like,
he's
have
so
you ever
nice
lied on
as
a
well.
lilo? And you're like, yes, I have. He's like, it's just nice to sort of float away. Isn't it? You're like, actually, Johnny,
It is.
Yeah. So this is from his new EP, Over Your Head, which is out at the moment. I guess I'm not sure because it literally just came up, and before as we were leaving, I just dragged it on here. But
That's it.
Really
That's,
good.
That's in the style of the alternative show, isn't it?
Right,
Last minute bizzo.
last minute bizzo.
Right. My next song is from Hush, and previously we played, I think it was Gurpen on the show. Gurpen, which I believe it's either an Austrian or German, means growing pains, which apparently Hush had a lot of when he was young. The song, I won't talk about growing pains.
This is Tova stuff.
This is Tova stuff.
Tova stuff.
And the thing I love about this song is it builds up and it's sort of like it's quite plinky electronica style, and then it gets to the drop and you're expecting something a bit heavier, like with things like Prima Donna by Skrogsra, that sort of stuff. When you get it's all sort of plinky and nice and fun and sort of new funk as it builds up, and then when it gets to a drop, it suddenly goes hard and more neuro. But with this, something quite special. Give it a play.
I'll give it a play. Okay.
So instantly it comes in going like sort of Wave Racer style plinky stuff.
Yeah. Actually, if you don't know who Wave Racer is, you should definitely check them out as well because
Absolutely
I
mental.
love Wave Racer.
So, what's that cameraman Tom? So instantly you've got all these little samples coming in and it's sort of heavy, so like
It is just really nice. Just, I mean, a large part of electronic music for me is not enjoying the song itself. I mean, obviously that is a large part, but is actually respecting what the artist has done to create that sound. And a lot of work goes into these sort of plinky bits.
yeah. No. You just want to turn it up here. This is where it gets exciting. What are you expecting? You weren't expecting that, were you? Were you expecting that?
I
wasn't
was
expecting
because I
that.
heard the song. But,
I've heard it a million times. I wasn't even expecting that. I was expecting some neuro hop coming in there, but it wasn't.
right,
It's
okay.
like hop, plinky stuff.
Expecting neuro hop. Well, okay. I'm not going to get into the intricacies of if it's not listed as neuro hop, it's not going to be neuro hop. But okay.
Yeah, obviously, but yeah, Hush is a guy from I think Belgium, and
That explains the crazy song names.
There you go.
Yeah.
I strongly suggest checking him out because he has got some really, really cool stuff. But
Right.
Dave, what have you got
I'm going to
next?
fade this one. Ready?
Oh.
Fade it. Oh, that was nice.
That was a bit fast.
That was. It doesn't matter if it was fast. I don't care. Next up, I actually planned to have a lot of alternative show exclusives from Polar Youth, who was my artist of the week in the radio show back ages ago in
Dragging
the
it
trap
on.
show. I know. The fact that I had a really good artist of the week, that is actually doing really well now.
Sorry, October
Yeah. Okay.
has recently been Radio 1's introducing Song of the Day with Aeroplane.
Well, she was most promising artist at the Belgian Electropedia Awards, and is now working with FL Studio to create. Anyway, moving on. This is her most recent song. She's got a lot of work in progress she was showing me, but she didn't want me to share it with you, so that's understandable if you've got like a random bit you just decided to show someone and you don't want it broadcast out, but that's fine. So this is her most recent song, Say. It's a remix of Say, and it's done really. The thing I wanted to just talk about this while we're just playing it in the background. It's called Say.
Is it a remix or an original?
It's a remix of Say. I'm not sure who originally did it. Anyway, this song Say is so nice. The drop is, and even if you don't like trap, you have to sort of appreciate this drop. It's really nice. The thing I really liked about this, she posted it on Facebook, and she had FL Studio themselves just randomly comment.
Really?
The software she uses, their Facebook page, which has over 600,000 likes, found just a random song she posted and just commented like, nice.
Really?
Yeah, which I thought was really cool. Like, both on the software side that they would do that, but on her side as well, that the software would actually comment on her song. That's really exciting.
No, that's really cool. Especially, I mean, FL Studios means Fruity Loops or Fruit Loops.
I don't know if they're trying to move away from the name. Anyway, drop. Yeah.
Still in trap. It's cool. Sticking to a genre.
Yeah, I think I really like those sort of big like those like really sort of like heavy synths in the background though.
No, it's cool. Yeah.
With not a really fast attack, but like a I think it's really really nice.
Yeah, I like that. That's really cool.
I'm not a big fan of trap usually. I mean, there's one other trap artist we're having in the show who isn't actually particularly a trap song that he's got in here.
Oh yeah.
The trap artist.
Oh yeah, that's next.
But we're so good at linking, Max. But yeah, I'm not particularly into trap, but I really really like that song. I really urge you guys to check out Police just because you've got some really exciting new stuff planned. That's gonna be really good.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on swiftly to our other trap artist.
Yeah.
We're good.
Our good friend and fellow presenter, sort of. He came on a couple of shows that we had. I know one show. He didn't come on the second. That's okay.
He was on the one show.
One. Is that copyright? Okay, but on our trap show where Dave had his Artist of the Week Polar Youth, we had
thanks for the pat on the shoulder. Dave's here.
We had Psychotics come on as our sort of bedroom producer.
Bedroom. He doesn't have a bedroom. He just. Okay.
He's
anyway.
our cardboard box producer. No, he's not homeless. He has a bedroom. Yeah, but
disclaimer. Does actually have a bedroom.
Other trap artists are available.
Okay.
You're right, cameraman Tom.
That's good.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Okay, but on our 7th show of the first series on the radio, we had Skrillex.
Sorry,
Psychotics.
We had Skrillex on, which is really weird because it was a trap show, and also because it's like Full FM. Anyway.
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Alright, you alright? Gonna be okay?
Yeah.
Alright, good. But yeah, on our 7th show of the first series, we covered trap on the radio, and we had Psychotics on as a featured guest, and he was our guest presenter for the night because he's a very good producer in trap.
And also we just knew him and just asked if he could come on.
we got in touch with a professional music
Professional,
producer.
we didn't know him.
In all
But he is
seriousness,
now a good friend of ours.
in all seriousness, no, his recent music has been very, very cool. He went from trap to chill wave, and now has moved more into neuro hop and just mental sort of glitchy music.
Yeah, should I just skip right to the cool drop at the sort of 3
Yeah, of
minutes?
Okay. You want to go to 3 minutes?
3 minutes or so, right? Okay. The thing that I always find about Psychotics is he's not. He could quite easily be in our music tech class, and he is our age. And what it's really weird to listen to somebody your age do something this good when you're sitting there like trying to recreate Emily Sandé on the computer, and you're like, this sounds nothing like it. And then he's just off doing this. I'll just play it to you now because it's wonderful.
No. Yeah, we'll talk about it after this drop.
Of course, we've got to like physically look at the camera and stuff. So just sit here. As you can tell, we're the best at parties. That's all that happens, just regardless of the song. At like the big point, we're just like...
But we are available to DJ. But in all seriousness, this is a remix of Evolve by Monson, and the actual track is this sort of glitchy, weird, like sort of minimalist guitar piece, and Psychotics has taken it and turned it into this. I don't know. Could you call it? It's not really glitch hop, is it?
I know what it is, but I'm just going to randomly skip back horribly to that bit. Wait, that bit is like... I love that so much. That...
If you go further back into the song, there's a whole verse of it.
Whereabouts? Is it here? I'm not going to look for it because that'll be...
No, it's further back.
Horribly unprofessional.
Maybe, yeah. It's here. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's Evolve. Monson's Evolve. Remixed by Psychotics.
And we'll link to both of them in the description so you can check out both of their music because Monson's is really good too. You got one more for us?
Yes. Do you want to do yours?
I don't have any more. That's it. I'm done.
Okay. All right. Now we move on to a bit of French hip hop and one of 20 SYL's recent songs, which I've got to say he recently released a remix of Ed Sheeran's "Thinking Out Loud," which I listened to the other day, and I could only listen to about 20 seconds of it because my internet is 0.02 megabytes per second, which, to say the least, is absolutely shocking. So, I mean, I haven't been able to listen to all of his most recent stuff, but this is, I think, about 14 days old.
Oh, right, so quite recent. Not the most recent we've had on the show, but...
No. So there's a lot of sampling going, as always in 20 SYL. You got these... What's the word? Characteristic traits of 20 SYL in here.
Yeah.
The little almost percussive samples.
I haven't actually heard this yet, so this is the first time I've heard it. If I'm struggling to comment on it, that's why.
But it's almost got a trap feel to it as well.
Oh, that's nice.
But it's huge.
I don't know if you've ever seen if you ever heard the alternative show on the radio, you'll know that I'm a really big fan of random words that are drop. Like, that's just so cool. Where the whole song just drops out and it's just got one sample. It's like, it's just cool.
I agree. No, it is very cool. But if you listen to this is such a cool song. I mean, especially from 20 SYL. His recent things, he's been moving more into mixing and rap, which with rap comes the occasional swear word, which isn't really that enjoyable for me. I think that ruins a song.
I agree with you actually. I find unnecessary swearing, especially in rap songs, is that you can have really tasteful stuff, but especially when...
Really tasteful swearing.
Really tasteful rap.
Okay.
But swearing takes away from that, and especially a lot of rap songs out there are actually really quite offensive and intentionally so. I don't really see the appeal of that.
It's malicious rapping.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, you're pushing the boundaries and you're being different, but...
It's like when you're rapping a Christmas present or a birthday present for someone and you think, I want to rap this well because the person's quite nice, then they do something mean to you, so you maliciously rap it. You rap it badly, like really tight. You know?
That's exactly.
Like put too much tape on. Yeah. So they get their package and they're like, go and get it.
Talking about malicious rapping, it's now time to what do we call it? The chart bit. The chart.
Mainstream music.
2 minutes of mainstream music mayhem.
And it's not really going to be 2 minutes, but it will be mainstream music, and it will be kind of mayhem. That's a big reflection we've got that I've just seen in the lens. Anyway, doesn't matter. Anyway, mainstream music mayhem. My mainstream music mayhem thing is if you move this way a little bit so you can cover up the light. Excellent. Come around Tom's pointing at us.
Sorry.
We didn't download this because I didn't want it on my laptop. Nicki Minaj.
That's about it.
That's about it. No,
that's it. 2 minutes of music mayhem. Done.
Every time you say her name, you do have to pause for a second just to sort of reconsider your life.
Or hers.
So, Nicki Minaj. It was a while ago. It was about a month ago, actually. So it isn't recent because we couldn't be bothered to listen to like recent Nicki Minaj music. She released a song on the 10th of November, which was basically about. I'm not sure what the story is behind it, but it basically features her and 3 other rappers, and the 3 male rappers were basically just talking. They weren't rapping. They were talking about the fact that they hadn't had relations with her, but they would very much like to if her current boyfriend, who she completely respects, was to leave her.
I haven't heard this one.
Well, I did show you it, but you probably don't remember. Anyway, the important bit about it was the video for it was horrendous. Like Anaconda, right, was bad just because.
Firstly, she didn't write it.
I mean the
not
video.
Even her writers wrote it.
I mean, I just mean the video was bad, but this one was like not just a bad video, but it was really offensive as well. It was uploaded on the 10th of November, so the day before Remembrance Day.
Yeah.
It depicted her and the 3 rappers as a cartoon, walking through thousands and thousands of black uniformed men in black uniforms, all lined up with red decals on their arms as they stroll through in leather jackets and stuff, cut in with pictures of explosions and bombings and that kind of stuff. And it was uploaded before Remembrance Day. I'm surprised more people didn't get annoyed. All that happened was she had to release a statement saying that she isn't a Nazi and she's not an anti-Semite. Yeah, so thanks for watching. We'll be doing this every single week, and whatever day this goes up on, it will be the following day
at roughly the same time.
Roughly the same time every week or so.
Probably.
Yeah.
I have been Max.
And I have been Dave.
And you have watching
And you have watching Alternative Show on the YouTube.
Tube on you.
Go and check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Alternative Show. If you're in and around the Uckfield area, you can listen to our radio show this Friday at 9.
It's not this Friday because it's.
Well, not this Friday at 9.
We're coming back in January.
In January at 9, and
if you can remember.
And all of the links anyway will be on our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Alternative Show. And I keep hitting the table, it's really bad. And I will link to everything. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and make sure you like this video as well.
So thank you very much for watching. We will see you next week.
See you, Alternative.
See you.
Coming back, but what's supposed to get through because you don't obey.